prophecy. Mark, would you like to just share a little story of why prophecy has become important to you?
Yeah, little story. Wow. Why is prophecy important? This is just, it's not little for me, it's absolutely huge. Who here at any point in their life is wanted to know what their life direction was? Yeah, like just a little bit. This is just so big for me. The Bible tells us, Psalm 119 verse 9, how can a young man keep his way pure? By living according to your word. Now we have the Bible, we have the special revelation of the scriptures, the Old and New Testament, but we also have prophecy, live personal words. This will give you can certainly get heart-spoken words from the scripture, but prophecy is getting a window on heaven and having it arrive and say, this is what heaven thinks of you. This is what heaven is calling you to. And I can tell you, why is this important? Because the way heaven sees you is just a smidgen better than the way you see you. The potential heaven sees in you is just a smidgen bigger than the way you see you. The story I want to bring is, this is humbling, but I want to be really honest and really vulnerable about prophecy. We've had the honour of going to a lot of different places and being prophesied over, IHOP in Kansas City and Bethel, and all of a sudden, over an 18-month period, there were like 4 different times people would say to us, oh, I look at you and I just see superheroes. You guys are like superheroes. I see superheroes. It's like Iron Man and Captain America, and we're like, oh my God. And the first time, what do you do with prophecy? You put that on the shelf. It's like, yeah, I think he was watching cartoons before he turned up here. Second time, third time, fourth time, you're like, what the? Okay, this is just coming repeated. What do we do with it? What do I do with this? And there was a time, you know, I lived my life pretty out there, doing a whole lot of things. There was one time I was really knocked to the ground. Some things had happened, some external stuff had happened, and I was really, really low. And it was about the time of my birthday, and there were some kids in a church that we were associated with, and one of them, on my birthday, gave me a card, and guess what was on it? It was a picture of Iron Man. And she said, I just see this in you. And I was not Iron Man at that point. I was not living a heart belief of where heaven said I was, heaven said my potential was, and who I was. It wasn't there. The prophecy had come, but I wasn't living it. And then we went over for a trip to the States, and a really good friend of JM's, Caleb, walked up to me and said, Mr. Mark, I've done something for you. And he gave me this. What is prophecy and why is it important? Because it lets you live at the level that heaven sees you at. It lets you live so far apart from what we believe about ourselves, so far apart from our bashed down, knocked down, crappy view of ourselves. It lets you stand up tall. It lets you do iron things and chest pumps and all sorts of stuff that Iron Man does. Because in the Spirit, I've chosen to believe what was prophesied over me multiple times. I've chosen to live as though I'm powerful and as though I matter.